Greetings, Jeepers. Welcome back. What we're going to work on today is rebuilding this Ross steering box from this 2A. So we got it all polished up, degreased, got some clear coat on it. It's all cleaned up. It's looking in real good shape. And what we're going to do first of all is insert these bushings. Now, what you want to make sure that when you get these bushings is that they kind of fit in there rather snug to begin with. You don't want them to rotate right off the top. And we had another set of bushings that when you put them in there, they spun. And you really don't want them to spin initially. You want them to be fairly tight when you insert them. So there are two bushings. As you can see from that angle, one is longer than the other. And the long one goes on this side of the steering box. So, and they do have a cut in them so that they will tighten up once you pound them in. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Pound them in. So the long one goes on the long side of the steering box, and then the shorter one will go on this side of the steering box. This one you just want to pound in flush with the rim of the hole, and the long one will pound in a little deeper because you can see that there's a little lip there, and on top of that lip we will put a seal. And the seal looks like that. Nothing fancy about it at all. And once we get this long bushing in there down onto that lip, we'll place this seal on. I guess you could say the tapered end will face up, and the sharp end of the seal will sit on top of the bushing on that lip.
Put the longer bushing onto this outer part of the steering box and try pound it in square.
What we've used here to get that bushing in there, the long bushing in there, is a 15/16 socket. We just turned it over and just pounded it in. And you can't go any further than making it flush because the socket doesn't go past the lip in there. So I think we got it set here quite nicely. So now we're going to put the shorter bushing in, the opposite side. And what you want to do is make that flush. And it's still quite solid in there, it doesn't spin. We inserted these bushings, basically just driving them in, replacing them. And we had to ream it out. You can do that if you have a hand reamer, which I didn't, so I just took it to a machine shop here in the city, and they reamed those bushings out so that the sector shaft slides in quite nicely and is a fairly snug fit, which is what you want. Also with these bushings, one thing to keep in mind, inside the Ross steering box, there's a hole here, and that hole extends into where the sector shaft sits, and you got to make sure that that hole is free, that it isn't covered by these bushings. If it is, in this case it's not, you'll need to just drill them out so that hole is free, so you can get lube from within the box into the bushings. So that is kind of a key thing to keep that hole open.
Finally, it is time to install our sector shaft oil seal onto our Ross steering box. And your oil seal will be placed on the portion of your steering box where your sector shaft will be coming out of your steering box and connected to your pitman arm. And to install your oil seal is actually very simple. You want to have it so the flat metal portion is sticking out towards you guys, and this metal lip is facing inwards or towards the bushing you guys just installed. And now we can install our sector shaft oil seal onto our Ross steering box, and we'll just place it on to the place where the sector shaft will come out of your Ross steering box, line it up squarely, and now we will get a soft face mallet and lightly tap in our oil seal until it becomes flush with the top of your Ross steering box. And there you have it. The oil seal is now seated all the way down into its location where its sector shaft will be coming out of your Ross steering box. And now we can get to installing the rest of our steering box. You have to make sure to subscribe to Let's Build a Willys Jeep so you know how your steering box goes together, all the videos and components related to it. Thanks for watching Let's Build a Willys Jeep, and make sure to subscribe.